We got Steven Siler back here on the program. He's going to be taking on Nazareno Malegarie at PFL 8 on October 5th. Steven, what's going on, man? How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. Just finishing up. This is my last day out in Colorado. I get to head home tonight, and I got a couple hard practices tonight, and then yeah, get on the plane, get home to the family, and just weight cutting from there.
Yeah, when you go to Colorado, where do you stay? Like, do you have a roommate or anything like that? I was just talking to Anthony Smith yesterday, and I know he has like a place that he stays with some roommates and stuff.
Yeah, my stepdad actually works quite a bit out here, and him and his partner uh, figured it's more expensive to pay for a hotel for their weeks because they're usually out here for like a week at a time than holding down a house for a month. So they have a house out here that they rarely at, so they just let me stay here and basically I have the house to myself for the most part. I had the wife and the kids come last week, and then Court McGee's been here for the last couple of weeks as well. So at least keep me some kind of entertainment because myself it got lonely.
Yeah, no, I bet. Let's talk about PFL. Obviously, you've done really well there, and I know the schedule is, obviously very frequent. You've had a bit of a break in between the last fight and this one. Did you need the break, or did you kind of like how things were going, getting to fight almost every month?
No, I definitely miss fighting every month. I felt that this is a little bit too long of a break for me. It sucked because I was completely healthy and ready to go, and all this did is give me time to get fat. So it made me lose more weight. So
Okay, fair enough. It was pretty tough to top your PFL regular season debut in your first fight, but your second fight, you go out there and win in 19 seconds. Could that fight have gone any better, man? You get another submission victory.
it would have been nice if the ref let Alexander go out cold instead, and so there was no controversy. But either way, it was a finish, and we both got out there healthy, and more than likely we're going to fight in the second round anyway. So.
Yeah, exactly. That's the beauty of the way the tournament's set up for the playoffs. Did you have any people message you again about winning some money? I believe you were an underdog again heading into that fight.
Yeah, I definitely was. Yeah, I was an underdog. I saw. No, I didn't. Nobody ever said anything about this one. So.
Okay, fair enough. And then obviously you got this big fight coming up here, but I want to talk quickly about your manager, Ali Abdelaziz. There's a lot of stuff in the news right now, but I know he's a really good manager with his fighters. How often is he calling you, checking up on you and all that stuff? Because that's the one thing I don't think people realize.
Oh yeah, I mean, he called me like 9 o'clock late last night. I was able, I talked to him quite a bit. He definitely cares about his fighters. I think he gets a bad rep. But people don't understand, like, he treats us really well, and he does whatever's best for us, and that's what matters. He's looking out for us and make sure, everything's going the way it's supposed to.
Yeah, and they're not like short conversations either. Like he'll talk to you for like an hour sometimes, not even about like the fight, but how's the family, everything else. So it's kind of good you get that personal touch with the manager.
Oh, big time. That's the very first thing he's worrying about my kids, make sure they're okay. And yeah, he definitely cares about me and the entire family for all his clients, which he has tons of clients. So yeah, he's a great guy.
Let's talk about Nazareno Malegarie, 35-5 record. I mean, you both have a ton of experience heading into this fight. How do you feel like you match up against him?
I feel I match up pretty good. I think I have a lot of advantages in this fight, and I think I'm going to take advantage of all of those.
Yeah, I agree. Let's talk about training camp. You're at Factory X training in Colorado. Who are some of the guys you get to work with out there as far as training partners?
I work with everybody actually. I don't think I take any. Uh, I don't think I really just work with one specific person. I work with a lot of people. I got JD who's fighting in 1FC next week, the week after I fight. Been working quite a bit of rounds with him. Devontae Smith's back. I got a good round with him on last Friday. Uh, Ian Heinisch is out here. We have some fun grappling rounds. Austin Jones, who fought LFA, so at Brandon Royval, they all been out here. We've been getting lots of grappling rounds in. Uh, it's unbelievable the talent they have out here with everybody I've been going with.
Yeah, and you mentioned Devontae Smith. People saw him on Contender Series. Just how good is this kid? Because a lot of people look at this record and they see that loss to John Gunther, but this guy is much improved since that loss.
Man, he's explosive. That kid. I think he almost power doubled me through the cage on Friday. Yeah, that kid. He's fast. He's athletic. He's a future contender to the UFC for sure.
And I know you mentioned, it's been a little lonely in Colorado, putting on some pounds and stuff like that. But how is the weight cut going ahead of this matchup? We're coming up here next week. The fight's coming up.
Yeah, it's going really good. Out here in Colorado, it gives me a lot of time. Like, it's a lot easier to be disciplined. I just buy the groceries that I need. Don't buy any sweets, and make sure it's a lot more discipline out here.
That's excellent. Who's going to be in your corner for this fight?
Same as the last two, Mark Montoya and Yusuf.
Oh, great. Oh, Yusuf Zalal.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
He's been out here. Yeah, he's been out the last couple fights with me. He actually heads out early with me. Mark comes the day of the weigh-in. So I usually just hang out with Yusuf the week of the fight, and then it's always good to have him in his corner because he has that loud, squeaky voice that everybody could hear.
Yeah, for sure. He's another guy, too, that I think is going to be a potential star in the making. We've seen him in LFA. I think he was supposed to be on Contender Series, but I think he had some injuries or something like that. But it must be good to get to train with him a lot.
Oh yeah, he's you tell how athletic he is, and he's talented. He especially only being I think he's 22. That kid, he has a bright future.
How do you see this fight playing out on October 5th? We're going to see another submission here.
You know, I wouldn't put it past me because I tend to get a lot of those. But you know, it really doesn't really matter as long as I finish it quick. That's all that matters. So I want to make sure I'm good and healthy for the next one.
Last question before we let you go. You know, being away from your family, obviously you're getting a lot of downtime. What are you doing to kind of keep yourself sane as you're away from your family?
Like I said, I've had Court McGee out here the last couple of weeks, so he's staying with me at the house, and so we hang out quite a bit. The wife was out here last week. I was able to take my son to WWE wrestling. He got to meet Bobby Lashley and but he had a blast. He got to meet the Miz. Yeah, he had a blast out here. So we were able to do some family stuff and hang out, and it definitely made the last week go by a lot quicker.
Are you a pro wrestling fan yourself, or is that more for the kids?
No, I grew up on it, and I kind of got out of it, and now having my son kind of gives me an excuse to go back and watch it quite a bit. And I pay attention to it mostly because of him now, but it's still always entertaining.
Excellent. Speaking of entertaining, this card's going to be awesome. It's PFL 8 coming up here October 5th. Steven, always a pleasure, man. Just remind people where they can find you on social media, and if you have any sponsors or shout-outs, the floor is yours.
Always, Twitter's probably the best, at Steve Siler. Facebook, I have a couple pages there, my fan page and the regular page, but the best would probably be Twitter. The biggest, one sponsor, Atlas, who it's my stepdad's company, but he also gives me this house to stay at for free, and then plus he gives me a little sponsorship money, which is awesome. And the big one's Progression, is the company I work for. They actually let me come out here and train, work with my schedule. If I need time off to train, they let me off work and find excuses for me to get off work. But they're huge in credit repair, and that's what they do is they try to give people an equal chance to repair their credit. And also, if you're applying for housing, cars, homes, they don't want you being held back because mistakes when you're younger. So they try to repair that credit and help people out. And I really think they have benefited me quite a bit working with my credit, but also working with my schedule. So it's been amazing working with Progression.
What's up, fight fans? If you like this video, be sure to subscribe to see even more interviews with your favorite UFC and Bellator fighters. We've also got coverage at events, including post-fight press conferences and media scrums. And if you like this video, check out the video to my right. It's worth your time.